time to talk about some more bands that I can't get into for one reason or the other. Today, you guys voted for it, we are tackling thrash metal. In British English slang, thrash metal. So, yeah, let's talk about some thrash metal bands that I can't get into. Before I get started, though, just like with the other lists, pop yours down below. What are some thrash metal bands you can't get into? Don't worry about people slamming you in the comments, because it's YouTube. Who cares? They're just going to scream and piss and shout and cry themselves to sleep anyway, so just do you and throw the big names under the bus. Destroy the Megadeth, destroy the Slayers, whatever. It's up to you. Now, these are just 5 that I've picked that I can't get into personally, so if it triggers you, good. Let's get started with the big one. Ooh. Annihilator. Ooh, fuck. Annihilator, yeah, Annihilator is one of the bands that I can't get into. Are they thrash? Are they speed? I don't fucking care. It's on this list anyway. We could do a mixture of those fast fucking genres on this list, but yeah, Annihilator is a band I can't get into. I have seen them live, and they put on a hell of a show. He's Mr. Waters. Mr. Waters, he's a great player. I do enjoy the singing. Listen, hell. But it's just nothing grabs me. I've never gone, I want to listen to an Annihilator album. The first couple are pretty good, and then it just falls off. And I listened to some of the later ones, and it was just terrible. I couldn't get through them. Way too long. I know Jamie was trying to get me to listen to one of the albums, and I hated it. I was so bored. I was so bored. I know some people get bored in Funeral Doom and Atmospheric Black. I don't. I get bored in a lot of thrash metal, to be honest. It's just too much all the time. Yeah, Annihilator. Competent players, big name in the game, but it's just not really something that grabs and holds my attention. They've never been a band that holds my attention. I did enjoy them live, again, as I said. So if they played again, I'd go watch them, because it was great fun. Thrash bands always put on a good show, so it's always good to see, but on record, I'm just bored. I'm just bored on every album, so sorry, Annihilator, you're first on the chopping block. Next up, let's talk about some Brazilian thrash. No, it's not Sepultura. Nervosa is the next band that I can't get into. I don't know if this is a biased thing, because I listened to them around the same time as I listened to Crypta, which is another Brazilian all-female band. I don't know the fucking term all-female, but it is. It literally has all females in the band. So yeah, I listened to them around the same time as Crypta, and they're both from Brazil. They're both only females on every single instrument. And I just found myself drawing way more towards Crypta's sound. Maybe it's because I like death metal a lot more than thrash metal. Maybe it's because the songs are better. I don't know, I like Crypta quite a lot, and I still enjoy them. Only 2 albums, but really good. Nervosa never really hooked me. Never really grabbed me by the balls and made me say, listen to me, you shit. Didn't do it. Didn't do it for me. Pretty okay what I was listening to, but kind of forgettable, kind of run-of-the-mill, generic. Just didn't do much for me. It has a kind of death metal edge to it, but just not enough to hold my attention. So out of the 2 Brazilian bands, yeah, Crypta is better for me. So yeah, Nervosa is on this list. Oh, here's a big one again. DRI. What's that acronym for again? Is it Do Not Resuscitate? I can't remember. Dangerous Retards Imbeciles, something like that. Donkey Raping Indians. There you go. That's the acronym for DRI. Donkey Raping Indians. So yeah, DRI, crossover thrash. You know, you kick your friend in the head, jump in the mosh, or whatever Exodus says. Yeah, crossover thrash has never been my kind of scene. The whole punk elements in it, I'm not big into. I know punk's a big influence into metal, especially in black metal and thrash metal, but it's just not a genre that I enjoy. And a lot of them were punky black metal bands, like Impaled Nazarene was on my list because of that. But yeah, DRI just doesn't do much for me. The vocals are strange. I found in crossover thrash bands, the vocals are always weird. And just, I don't know. The punk metal vocals with the The thrashy nature of it just doesn't work in my opinion. Not a band for me. Same with Suicidal Tendencies. I was going to throw Suicidal Tendencies here as well, but yeah, I'll stick to just one. There is another big one coming up, but I'll stick to just one for this one. So DRI, never been into, just don't care enough for it. Sorry, don't care enough. What is it? What is the acronym? Dangerous something imbeciles, isn't it? Dirty rotten imbeciles. That's it. Questy, brains working today. Yeah, dirty rotten imbeciles. Don't give a shit about them. Well, hey, it's time for some drinking metal, and I'm not talking about Ailstorm. Yeah, I'm talking about Tankard. Tankard, one of the Teutonic 4 German thrash metal legends. And I've never been into them. Never been a big fan of it. I can kind of get past the first couple of albums, but then it kind of gets into this rut where I'm like, okay, yeah, the lyrics are funny. It's all about beer. It's like Corpaclani, Ailstorm. It's great for a couple of albums, and after a while, I'm kind of like, alright, I'm bored now. Move on to talk about dragons, talk about devils, talk about Satan, talk about fucking anything. Talk about raping a corpse like Corpse Grinder does. Anything is better than just beer all the time. But yeah, Tankard, the music itself is fine. It's just not a band that grabbed me. Destruction's way better. Come on. Destruction, Creator, and Sodom are just leagues better. Tankard just doesn't do much for me. Yeah, it's pretty boring. Boring thrash metal. Thrash metal. Yeah, boring thrash metal. Tankard. It's coming here, I'm afraid. Let's end on a big one. My last pick for thrash metal bands I can't get into is SOD. Stormtroopers of Death. Oh shit, people's minds are exploding. They're screaming, creaming their panties right now, ready to lambast me in the comments. And before you do... Actually, no, just go ahead. Fucking do it. Do your worst. Hit me with your best shot. Yeah, again, this is this kind of crossover thrash stuff that I was talking about where I'm not big into. This is better, though. I do like the music a bit better. I know it's edgy. I know it's, like, confrontational music, and I know I should like that. But I don't like something just because it's confrontational or edgy or anything like that. That's why I don't like Anal Cant. Not a big fan of them either. Because the music's not great, and I don't think the music's great. SOD either just doesn't hold a candle to, I don't know, like, Creator. Sodom, like the aforementioned Destruction, like the bands I was talking about before. It's a different style, though. I can understand it's a different style of metal. It's the more punky, in-your-face, raw, aggressive stuff. The lyrics are supposed to offend you. But it's all really short songs, and I'm not a big fan of, like, grindcore either, so that kind of stuff just doesn't tickle my balls. If you know my channel, you know me. Atmosphere, long songs, Funeral Doom. But fucking 30-minute songs, that's what I like. Hour-long songs. I know this will trigger a lot of people, a lot of death metal or thrash metal heads. But they can cry over spilt milk. No, I'll push the little carton of milk over and they can cry a fucking river over it because I like what I like and this is what I like. And SOD is what I don't like. So, if that's hard to comprehend, then go fuck yourself. Well, there we have it. 5 more bands I can't get into, and you guys wanted this one. So if you're triggered, then it's your own fault. But yeah, let me know down below what... This is all in the name of fun, by the way. You know, I don't actually hate any of these bands. I just can't get into them. One reason or the other. No hard feelings against anyone who likes them, or the bands themselves. It's just a bit of fun, innit? It's just YouTube. In it. But yeah, those are some bands. Let me know down below what bands you can't get into, and we'll see you again on another quest for metal.